We're back on Patriot League All Access. On with us now is the head volleyball coach at Lafayette College, Terri Dadio Campbell. Coach, appreciate you taking a few minutes of your time to chat with us today. Thank you.
Not a problem. Glad to be here.
You're entering your 10th season at Lafayette. Obviously, you are a graduate of the class of 1992 at Lafayette. We'll get to that in just a second, but the first question I have for you is, since you're entering your 10th season at Lafayette, you've obviously coached in the Patriot League for actually almost half of the league's existence. I just want to get your overall thoughts on what you've seen in terms of how the Patriot League has evolved, not only since your time as a player, but mostly in the last 10 years since you've been coaching back at Lafayette.
Well, I think one of the finest things about the Patriot League is just the academic focus of the conference, and that's one of the primary reasons why it was established, to really pay respect to that concept of a student-athlete, and that's held true since the Patriot League started, and still holds true today. And I think at Lafayette we do a really, really good job of just honoring the student in that concept of a student-athlete. Overall, in the last 10 years, volleyball-wise, I think the conference has gotten much more competitive. I think out of region we do pretty well, and within the conference it's hard to tell how things are going to shape or fall down until pretty much about the week before the conference tournament. So I think that's a credit to the coaches and just the competitiveness of each team.
As mentioned, you're a Lafayette graduate in 1992, played two sports when you were in Easton, and now you're back coaching the volleyball squad, as I mentioned, your 10th season in Easton. What makes Lafayette such a special place for you, and what was the attractiveness about coming back to your alma mater to coach when you had that opportunity 10 years ago?
Well, way back then when I was looking at schools and I stepped foot on Lafayette's campus, there was just something about it that just kind of hit with me and stuck with me as a place that I really felt comfortable and a place that I would like to be as a student and play sports here. So initially that was kind of my gut feeling, and to this day I would say that holds true with me. It's just a special place. The people here are outstanding. The quality of the experience you get at Lafayette is unique, and the students come first, which is just a great overall theme as a college athlete and as a person dedicating 4 years to enrich their life. And I think Lafayette does a really good job with the whole overall experience.
You have 7 freshmen on your roster for the upcoming season. What were some of the needs that you were looking to address when you were looking to put together this recruiting class that's coming onto campus for their first season this year?
Well, one of our primary needs was to create some depth in our middle position, and we have 3 freshmen that have come in and really have done a fantastic job in the preseason, and I'm having high expectations for them, and I think our recruiting is really panning out, and with that in mind. And overall, we were just looking for people to make us better, and I think this group brings a lot of skill, a lot of competitiveness, a lot of positive energy, and we're real happy with them thus far.
You're a few days into camp now, so you've had an opportunity to kind of get everybody back in, get everybody acclimated. The freshmen have met, the returning players on your club. What are some of the things that you look for as the coach when the team comes back those first couple of days of camp? What are some of the things that you hope to achieve in those first couple of days, and what are some things you like to see out of your student athletes in the early part of camp?
Well, we just talked about it today, actually, before our first practice. We talked about 3 keys for us to be successful. One is just an overall fitness level, and that's something we test in a variety of ways early in the preseason, and we'll retest throughout the year. So fitness level is really key. Just your contribution on the court. How can you make us better? What is your role on this team? And finally, just making us a better team. How we treat each other, how we show respect to each other, how we grow as a team and function as a team and work well together. So those are the keys that I think are really important for us here at Lafayette. You
have 3 seniors on your roster. What are some of the expectations that you have in terms of leadership and experience out of them this upcoming season? What are you looking for them to provide to your team this year?
Well, leadership is real key for me. It's kind of a hot topic in a lot of my conversations. As you evolve through my program, I think by your senior year, you've kind of figured it all out. You have the mental toughness. You know how to get through things. You know what to expect. And I think Alana, Christy, and Andrea, all 3 of them are exactly where they need to be during this preseason. They're all at the fitness level we're looking for. They understand the expectations. They're relaying those expectations to the underclassmen. They have set high goals in terms of what they want to accomplish as a team and as individuals, and I think they're doing a really good job of putting us on the right road.
In your 2011 non-conference schedule, you have the usual complement of tournaments. Actually, you'll be playing host in 2 of those 3 tournaments that you play before you get into Patriot League action. Looking at some of the matchups that you have this season, you've got teams coming in like a St. Peter's, a Rider. You'll be going to the Providence tournament. That's the one tournament that you'll be going on the road for. What were some of the things that you were thinking about that you wanted to achieve when you put this schedule together? What are some of the important facets that you were trying to put together when you were able to get this schedule together for 2011?
Well, I wanted to get a good blend of teams we kind of compete with on a regular basis out of conference, but I wanted to add a little bit of new flavor to our mix, and I think we did that with the Providence tournament. Throwing that in, there was a lot of teams we don't typically see. So, and we're just looking for a competitive level that will prepare us for the Patriot League. The preseason for us this year with so many new young players is going to be really key in having us try different lineups and figure out, what's going to work best for us in this Patriot League season. So I think those 3 tournament weekends will really give us an opportunity to explore a little bit and try some different combinations and hopefully figure out what's best.
We have 3 new coaches in the Patriot League this year, 2 obviously very experienced as head coaches elsewhere. One at Holy Cross, Erin Walker, her first head coaching job. What kind of wrinkle does that throw into everything when it comes to getting into Patriot League play? Because now you're going to be facing with 3 other opponents during the course of league play. You'll be playing them twice each year, and they have new coaches, so there's going to be new coaching styles. There's going to be new things that they're going to be throwing out at you. What are your thoughts on that kind of maybe a little threat of the unknown that comes into Patriot League play this year with 3 new head coaches that you'll be matching up against?
I think it's great for the Patriot League. I think there are 3 outstanding people that can add a lot to our conference, so I think that's a great thing for the conference. In terms of preparing for them, I think we're going to have to do a little more preparation because styles will change. The dynamics of how they run their programs obviously will be a little bit different, and maybe in some cases a lot different than what we're used to from those schools. So I think as a coach, preparing for those schools with new coaches is going to be a little more intense than other preparation, just so we really understand how they're playing the game, because it'll be very different, obviously.
Terri Dadio Campbell is the head volleyball coach at Lafayette College, entering her 10th season, joining us here on Patriot League All Access as we preview the upcoming season. Coach, thank you very much for the time. Know you're busy. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you down the line.
Great. Thank you.